Hello, I'm Pam Younghans, and this is my astrological forecast for the week of February 15th to 21st, 2021. A major transition point is reached this week. The energy for this shift has been building since late December, when Saturn entered Aquarius. Since then, Saturn and Uranus have been slowly moving into position for the rendezvous by square aspect. They will be precisely square, separated by exactly 90 degrees on Wednesday, February 17th. This Saturn-Uranus square, which will repeat on June 14th and December 24th, is the most significant astrological influence of 2021. It represents a challenge to our plans and expectations, but also an opportunity for us to jump tracks in some way, to make a shift in consciousness that radically alters the course of our personal and collective future. Saturn and Uranus have very different agendas and methods, which complicates any interaction between them, especially a hard aspect such as the square we're currently working with. Saturn deals with physical manifestations and social structures, while Uranus activates the higher mental planes and a consciousness that goes beyond the third dimension. And even though Saturn is now in progressive Aquarius, the sign that is ruled by Uranus, it still tends to be somewhat conservative, dedicated to working within existing forms as it realizes change. While step-at-a-time progress can be beneficial, Saturn's vision can be limited by a certain perception of reality and a more traditional approach to creating new forms. Uranus, on the other hand, works intuitively without a net. It is too restless and impatient to work within existing systems. Instead, it breaks down old paradigms to allow the new to be birthed. Currently transiting through earthy, grounded Taurus, we can think of Uranus as cracking the eggshell so that the hatchling can emerge, or splitting the concrete so that a seedling can grow. To paraphrase an old Johnny Mercer song, when an irresistible force, Uranus, meets an old immovable object, Saturn, something's got to give. As the two planets square off for the first time this week, we can expect more earthquake-like events that will shake us up, that crack our old perceptions of reality, so that ultimately we can birth a new world. Or perhaps more accurately, we could say that events catalyzed by the Saturn-Uranus square have the potential to alter our awareness, so that we perceive potentials that we may have only glimpsed previously. As always, anytime Uranus is activated, we can experience both breakthroughs and breakdowns. We are also advised to expect the unexpected this week, since Uranus likes to express itself in radical ways. Surprising events that may feel destabilizing can actually provide a more direct route to an expansion of consciousness as we seek answers outside of our usual frame of reference. Remember that Uranus has several aliases, which include God of Chaos, as well as God of the starry heavens. Moon aspects to the other planets are mostly very short-lived, usually only in effect for a few hours. This is why I don't usually reference moon aspects in this forecast, other than events such as lunations and eclipses that do have a longer-term influence. But this week, the moon will be playing an important role in the unfolding of events. On Wednesday, the day the Saturn-Uranus square perfects, the moon will be in Taurus. Luna will be exactly square Saturn and conjoin Uranus at 9:48 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, just a little more than 1 hour before the exact Saturn-Uranus event, which occurs at 11:08 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The broader effects of the Saturn-Uranus square are, of course, not limited to Wednesday nor to this week, but the moon's involvement on that day indicates a likelihood of heightened and potentially erratic emotions and behaviors. In mundane astrology, which is the study of how the planets affect groups and nations, the moon symbolizes the common people, public affairs in general, women and children, and crowds. Although each of us is working with the influence of the Saturn-Uranus square in our own individual lives, we may see the effects of this first square manifesting in a very public way. The Omega Chandra symbols for the 8th degree of Aquarius, where Saturn will be on Wednesday, shed additional light on some of the energies we'll be working with on that day. And since Wednesday is actually the birthday of the Saturn-Uranus square, these themes will continue to play out over the course of the year. Here are the symbols and their interpretations from astrologer John Sandbach. The Omega symbol is: a man experiences much pain and discomfort as wings sprout on his back. The letting go of any personal limitations can be difficult and can create fear. This degree believes without reservation that people are capable of change and can be very encouraging of the process of them doing so, no matter how hard it is. To enter into a new way of being requires new abilities and skills, and this degree has a clear sensing of what these are and how to develop them. The Chandra symbol for this degree is a book. The words in it keep changing. When you quit expecting life to be consistent, everything becomes more interesting. This degree can look at the same thing again and again, and each time see something different. This is much truer to how things really are. Its multiple interpretations, when shared, can help others to be more open-minded and flexible in their assessments. The other planetary aspects that occur this week are not as significant as the ones we've been discussing, but they will inform our mental and emotional states on a shorter-term basis. Here are my day-by-day, very brief interpretations of the other influences we'll be working with over the course of the next 7 days. On Monday, Mercury is semisquare Ceres. This is a minor aspect. It does indicate difficulty communicating our thoughts and needs to others, in particular family members. On Wednesday, Mars is semisquare Chiron. This is also a minor aspect. It might involve angry exchanges as some latent insecurities arise. We may be uncertain of what we truly want and need or how to assert ourselves. And this is the day of the Saturn-Uranus square. On Thursday, the Sun enters Pisces. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and so we are entering a month-long phase of releasing what has been and surrendering to the callings of our soul. Venus is semisquare Chiron on this day. This is a minor aspect, but it can involve hurt feelings if we base our self-worth too much on whether or not we feel accepted or rejected by others. On Friday, Venus is square Mars. This represents tension between the receptive and assertive aspects of our own natures, or between the feminine and masculine forces in the outside world. Stubborn resistance to being told what to do or how to do it. Jupiter is also semisquare Ceres. The need to be needed can interfere with our ability to say no, leading us into unhealthy situations. There is a tendency to seek nurturing and reassurance through food or overindulgence. On Saturday, Mercury stations direct. As Mercury begins to move forward again in Aquarius, it supports the implementation of the new ideas and insights we have gained through introspection over the last 3 weeks. On Sunday, Venus is conjunct Pallas Athene. Artistry, creativity, and inventiveness are enhanced. This can also manifest as a strong female taking a stand and a focus on humanitarian concerns and equal rights for women. If your birthday is this week, your capacity for insight is enhanced this year, and you may also reach a deeper understanding of your life purpose. There is an inner strength that you can call upon now, based in your ability to see what steps will lead you and others into a more enlightened future. You may be particularly drawn to humanitarian causes and social reform, or perhaps to working with vibration, color, and sound to facilitate healing for yourself and others. I hope you have a very good week. This is Pam Younghans.
We hope that you have enjoyed this article. For over 30 years, we at Inner Self have sought to encourage new attitudes and new possibilities. For more inspiration, visit us at innerself.com. Thank you.